Welcome back, watch fans. We have amazing world in the world of Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. We got an amazing watch market update for you on the wrist. Patek Philippe 3553, a watch that is increasing. It was $6,000 a few years ago. Today it's 9,000. That's right. The peak of the market was 6,000. And while your watch has dropped in value by 50%, this watch increased by 50%. And guess what? It's going to be a $12,000 to $15,000 watch in the next probably few years. Again, not investment advice. Nothing is guaranteed, but that is the deal. And look, we've been very, very correct on things in the market. If you look at our past videos, including 3940, Patek 3940, Patek Ellipse, AP Cobra, AP Owl. And guess what? Today we're talking about Audemars Piguet and why it's in danger. Royal Oak specifically. You know what? I had an epiphany and I realized, you know what? The Royal Oak, I think, is getting very tired. I think the Royal Oak is tired now. Look, I have a Royal. I got the Owl. Okay, I love the Owl, right? But, you know, I think, you know, I just have that feeling sometimes, you know, I have very good, you know, instinct for these things. You know when the market is peaked. You know when the tide is turning, okay? And frankly, the tide for Royal Oak turned probably 18 months ago. They kind of really slowed down a lot. Okay, much worse than Patek. And the Royal Oak, I have a real feeling that people are getting tired because it was so hot. Look, when something is so hot, it just burns up. And the Royal Oak was white hot. The Royal Oak was white hot. And then people couldn't get the new ones and whatever. And also the same thing happened with Ellipse. And here is the problem. I'm going to tell you, my friends, what the problem is with the Royal Oak and the, excuse me, not the Ellipse, the Nautilus. We're talking the Nautilus. The problem with both the Royal Oak and the Nautilus, Patek Philippe Nautilus, is, you know what, they're 50-year-old designs, okay? Those designs are from the early 70s, so they're over 50 years old, and they were out of fashion for decades. They were out of fashion in the 90s, and probably for 20 years, 25 years. I mean, they weren't even in fashion in the 80s, really. So those things were out of fashion for 25 years. Then they were revived, right? We had a massive revival, and because they were actually very nice designs. They were actually, the Royal Oak, I think, is the good design. But what happens is, after a while, people they get bored. They want to move on to the new thing. They want to move on to the new thing. And they're moving on. That's what's going on. That's why prices have been dropping. And where are they going? Where are they going? I'll tell you where they're going. They're going in different directions. The very sophisticated collectors who already have a Royal Oak, they're not buying anymore. You know, you had a situation where people were buying, you know, the skeleton, the tourbillon. They had multiple editions. At this point, people are like, okay, you know what? Okay, I get it. It's cute design. Okay, what's next? So what's going on is these people have been moving on, and either they're going to stuff like this. Again, I'm not saying this, but you know, like either they're going to like dress watches, they're going into more vintage stuff, neo-vintage, independence, and get ready for this. I think a lot of them are actually going back to Rolex. You know, because the other thing with Rolex is, here's the thing. You know, everybody loves to hate on Rolex. I always say things, but at the end of the day, you know, Rolex is when it comes to like a high-end watch, let's say a high-end watch, right? Like the day date let's use the day date as an example. The day date is a relatively tired design, but you know what? Rolex actually improved it. When they made the 40, they made the new, you know, they did make improvements to it. And it's the only really reliable watch that's also waterproof, and it's very, very versatile. Unlike the Royal Oak and the Nautilus, which are not, I mean, they're allegedly they're sports watches, but they're not even really waterproof. They're not even waterproof, and people are getting tired of them. And if you know, after a while, it's kind of like after a while, you want something reliable that, you know, it's not fussy, it's not going to be expensive to service, And the problem with the Nautilus and the Royal Oak is, you know, it's going to take 6 months to service. It's going to cost you thousands of dollars for basic service. So, you know, even if you have money, it's not fun. It's not fun to not have your watch for 6 months, you know, sitting somewhere in a safe while, you know, these watchmakers, you know, have you queued up. Okay, it's not fun. So people are going back to Rolex, day date, things like that, which is why the Rolex day date is dropping. Okay, it is dropping. We're talking about the new ones, but it hasn't fallen through the floor like you would expect. I do believe they're going to continue declining, and they are declining, but they're not falling. They're not like going 50% below list. Okay, they're gonna level out 20% below list. Every single modern Rolex day date, every single one, is going to be 20% below list. And I think that's where they're going to level out. The support is going to be that, you know, those people who are just, you know, they had the Royal Oak, they went through the Nautilus phase, and, you know, they said, okay, you know what? We've had fun. Okay, it's been fun, but you know what? At the end of the day, the watch is really, it's too fussy to wear as an everyday watch. It's just too, you know, and you see them everywhere. Like it's not unique. Okay, the Royal Oak is just, I mean, like, they're everywhere. And you know, people want something that's unique. So, which is why the real collectors are going to vintage. They're going to vintage. They're going to independence. Which means you tomato cans, you crumb bums, and you Kukastanis are the exit liquidity. You're the ones left holding the bag. You're the bag hodlers as the watch market collapses. Look, you want to join the channel. You want to become an aristocrat. You don't want to be left holding the bag. You got to click the join button, and $4.95 a month, you become an aristocrat. You become a baron. That's right. You get access to all our top secret information, and your official name on the channel is Baron. That's right. That's going to be your official title. That's the official level of membership. Now we're going to have additional levels, including Duke, Viscount. That's right. I think it's called Viscount. I think it's pronounced Viscount. It's spelled Viscount, but from what I understand, it's actually, and also Count. So we'll also have counts. We'll have dukes, counts, viscounts, and what else is there? I think that's it. I mean, you know, I think that's pretty much it. So those are going to be the other levels of membership. But for right now, you can become a basic baron for only $4.95 a month. Get access to our top secret content. Make sure you click the like, subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.